Hello. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, I'm here. I'm alive. How is everyone
Hello
doing?
there.
Hello there, indeed. Hi, Mortara, Lay, H. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am. I'm hurt all over. I'm. God. I uh, I spent yesterday from 9 a.m. to probably 5:30 p.m. just working, like most of it standing. Like the only time I could even sit was when we were like partway done, like at 3 p.m. or something, maybe 2 p.m. when we were having tea and some cookies and stuff like that and some biscuits because before then we didn't, like, everything was just a mess with the new floor being put in. um God, I had some moments where I just sat down on the bed for a little bit so I could, like, the floor panels took over the sofa so I couldn't sleep. Yeah, exactly. No, at some point, like, hi Fanta, welcome. No, so what ended up happening, right, is that we had to, because we didn't want to move out all of the furniture. Lady Fortune as well, congrats on being first. Um, So because we had to, like, put the new floor in, we didn't want to take all of the furniture out because that's a lot of work, right? So what we ended up doing was moving the furniture around where we weren't placing the floor, you know? So first we moved everything to, like, this side of the room, so to this part, and then, like, lay the floor over there, and then we moved some stuff back to that way, and then slowly started, like, moving the floor, or like placing the floor this way, and every time moving more stuff around, right? So we did it that way, and then um I mean, a lot of you probably did see the pictures as well that I posted in Discord. um Let me see if I can. God, because yeah, let me see. Yeah, this is how it started. I can probably share Discord, right? That's fine. That's fine. If I just capture Discord for a little bit. I do this, right? But yeah, so this bit extends all the way into the hallway. Um, like we laid the first planks, like the entire row through to the hallway where it meets up with the old floor, because my old floor in the bedroom is still there, but there's like um a like metal bit that separates the two now. There's like an in between bit. um and the interesting thing is, this is very confusing for me, especially because I've lived here for like 9 years. But we laid the floor this way, so it, like, I guess it depends how you look at it, but it's vertical is what I would say, right? It's like that direction. Um, but the floor was, like, horizontal. So while it's the same type of flooring and everything, it's so confusing for me specifically. When I look at the floor, I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I hope my chair doesn't break. Um, but yeah, let me actually show a little bit. Bamboozled by my own floor. I know, right? I know, right? Let me do this. Ooh, darkness. Just a moment. Okay, there we go. See? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, but yeah. It looks so clean, right? It looks so clean. It's all clean. Shiny new floor. Um, oh god. Oops. I should have moved my monitor a bit more. That's fine. There you go. I think that's good. Um, no, it's too far that way. There we go. We're good. Um, but yeah, so doing that took all day yesterday, and I was carrying stuff around all of the time. Brand new floor mats is like, well, at least I don't have to vacuum it because it was new. We did kind of have to vacuum it right after, to be honest, because of all the stuff, like moving around the stuff, and um like a lot of even my sofa, for example, because you don't really clean the back very much, and apparently that does get dirty, right? So uh, a lot of the furniture we ended up cleaning as well because I mean, why not, right? You might as well when you can access it properly. So like everything is super clean. My mom came over to help clean a bit as well. Um, she also cut the like strips at the wall. I forget what they're called. Um, but that you like do as like a decorative thing to make sure that it doesn't, because you put the laminate flooring not against the wall exactly, right? There's like a gap, and then you cover that gap with like a strip. I, I don't know. You probably know what I mean. I don't know the name for it, but my mom cut those with the like specialized scissor things, whatever they're called. My dad cut up the laminate flooring a lot. Kickboard? Or that? Wait, is that what they're called? Really? Kickboard. Huh. I guess they are. Wait, is it? No, I'm not quite. Wait, are they? Oh, I guess they are. Wait, is that the only name for them? Huh. I did not know that. Because, I mean, I know the Dutch word for it, but I was like, I don't know what to call them in English. I guess they could be called kickboards. They do seem like that, at least. But there are different kinds of kickboards too, from what I see when I search. So who knows? Um, but yeah, we placed those. We to get access, we had to remove the doors temporarily as well. I actually hung back the living room door myself, like by myself, um, because well, my parents were busy for a moment, so I took the opportunity to do it. I didn't even ask. Why would I ask? It's my place. It's my house. I can do what I want. If I want to place the door back, then I will place the door back. They probably have a real name that's fancy. Probably, yes. They probably do. Oh god. But yeah, it was a lot of work. I moved so much furniture. I like carried a micro we put the microwave in my like little storage area. That's like I have a little storage shed thing. But my dad had put the microwave like under my freezer. My freezer is on like a little table thing, and my dad put the microwave under that. But then I had to like crouch down and grab the microwave, and the microwave is kind of heavy, and lifting from a crouch position is awful. especially when I don't have a lot of room to move because it's a pretty small shed. So oh God, my dad was like, "Watch out for your back." I'm like, "Dad, it's your fault that the thing is even like this. Why did you put it here? Why not like on a raised bit where it's easier to carry?" But whatever. It's fine. I carried it anyway. Um, it's it was such a mess. Uh, it was nice though, cause at least my mom every time was like, "Oh, are you sure you can do that by yourself?" I'm like, "I'm fine, mom. I can do this. It's okay. I'm strong." Like my mom had trouble with some stuff, like moving it, and then she'd be like, "Oh, can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Yep. And then I do it. Um, I'm strong, guys. I'm strong. I think you'd be pooped after that. You've just been so pooped the last few days. Yeah, I mean, God, I was after everything. I went to bed at 10 p.m. Like I normally go to bed at like maybe 1 a.m. or something like that. I was dead. I was so done. Like I had been working like nonstop for um yeah, a good 9 hours, right? Not even gamer hours. I know. I know. I had been nonstop working for like 9 hours. The moment I could have like actually preparing dinner for myself was a like oh my god every time I had to stand up I was like oh my god everything hurts I'm dying like like my back hurt and I was like I just wanted to sit down or lie down or something but I had to make food for myself. My parents were like, "Oh yeah, your brother's cooking for us, so we should be going home to dinner." And I'm like, "How dare you? I still have to make my own food, and you're like, yeah, yeah, we're just gonna go home and eat, and we don't have to make that." I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm happy that you helped me out, but you didn't have to, you know. You could have made me food while you were at it or something. But what I ended up doing, so at least after dinner, I grabbed my tub of ice cream that I got for free from my with my groceries on Monday, which I was so happy with. Like I got a tub of Ben and Jerry's for free. It was amazing. But yeah, I took it out yesterday and I was just sitting at my PC, just spooning ice cream to like reward myself for a job well done. What flavor? Cookie dough. I got cookie dough. They gave me the choice between cookie dough and chocolate, I think. And I was like, I'll have cookie dough. But yeah, that was at least something. Oh god. But yeah, now I'm back here. We can relax. The floor is not done, by the way. It's not done. Like we did a lot yesterday, but it's not finished. Um, because the hallway doesn't have the kickboards. I guess that's what they're called. But yeah, the hallway doesn't have the kickboards yet, and neither does the little closet with my boiler in it, like the boiler room, doesn't have it either yet. But after that, everything is done, and I should be able to have my birthday party here on Saturday again without, any issues. Like everything should be gone. Everything is finished. It took a bit. Well, actually, it didn't take that long, all things considered, but it was a very stressful week. Very stressful. Um, like just replacing a floor within a week is pretty cool though. In a way. the fact that we did it within this time frame, pretty good. It's pretty good. Sounds great and all, but the real reason we are all here, how was pizza on Sunday and Superman? True. Pizza was quite good. It wasn't as good as we were hoping. Um, it was a bit annoying because, of course, the place I wanted to order at, right, didn't work out. So, the I mean the plate it was fine. Just the dough was a little bit um I don't know. It wasn't great, right? It was still pizza. It was still fine, right? You could it was edible. It was good in a way. Just it wasn't as good as my mom's cooking is, right? It just isn't. And sometimes you just order at a place and it's just yeah, it's good. It's fine. But maybe a different place would have been better. And I mean, Superman, the movie, I did really enjoy. I really liked the movie. It was good. It kind of felt um, like a bit of a mix between the old Superman and I mean, I'd say like the old Superman, but put in a new um, with a new sheen, you know, a nice polish of paint, a new a new way to frame everything. But it felt good. There was a lot of comedy involved, and it just was a very what do you call it? Like Superman is just a, at least in my mind, a very epitome of just want to do good, right? But doesn't always work out. But he tries his hardest to do good, and that's what that film was, and I enjoyed it. Just hanging out with my brothers was good too. So yeah, we had a good time in general. It's just a shame about the pizzas, but you know, it was still pizza, so I was happy. I was pretty happy. Let me actually go to the wheel, but I do have a sad announcement as well about that. Cause, well, maybe not so sad for certain people, but Fanta, you redeemed Uma Musume, didn't you? Because I have sad news about that one. Um, I cannot play it. I cannot play it. It's that's why it's not on the wheel. Can I ask a refund? Wait, H, did you do it? Wait, who? Oh yeah, you redeemed it, and then Fanta boosted. Right? Yeah, yeah. That was what it was. Yeah, I can give you a refund. I can give you a refund because of Lootbox Gacha. Yes, it's not allowed in the Netherlands, so they are. It's not on Steam. I cannot get it, and probably not on mobile either. Um, I cannot. It's impossible for me to play it unless I like um do something illegally or something. I don't know. There's probably some way to play it, but it's way too much effort. I cannot. So I will give you your points back. Da, 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 da. There you go. You should have them back now. So H, you did want to. Ah. I see. Okay, there we go. Circle Empires 2. You wanted to redeem something else. Did they have a demo for that? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll download it. There's an amusing irony in the fact that you cannot have gambling games on the gambling wheel. It's a specific thing with loot boxes. Like the thing about the regulation in the Netherlands, and I think Belgium has it too, is that you can theoretically have loot boxes in your game, but it needs to be 100% like explained what the odds are of everything. So like they have to basically say like, oh, this character would have this percentage of getting, this character would have. So the EU in general has gambling laws. Yes, H. You thought it was general EU. They do have like a general rule for gacha games in the EU in general, but the Netherlands has a stricter version of that. This game violates and hides percentage. I don't. I don't know if they like I don't know the exact things of it. So some companies in general just avoid bringing their game out in the Netherlands just in case, right? It's like if it has loot boxes, it just may not be in the Netherlands, not because they would break the rules exactly, but because they're afraid they might, right? So they just are like, it's not worth it. It's one of those things where because we're stricter, the companies are like, well, it's only like what 19 million people or something. Yeah, we can miss out on those. Uh, yeah, most of the EU is still lagging behind with the actual rules. Um, and there's not really a rush to fix that, I guess. To if that's considered a thing, I feel like it's kind of necessary to make change in that, considering the predatory nature of the loot box stuff, especially with kids, right? But you know, it is the way it is right now. Just odd because you've yet to see one that doesn't have it. Yeah, I don't. As I said, like it could be that they do say the percentages, but that they just don't want to risk coming like bringing out their game in the Netherlands in case they forgot something or they messed up whatever, right? So I don't know. I just I just saw that it's not here. It's not in Netherlands. I checked. I cannot download it. Um, and there's other people who have said that as much. It's a region ban, so I cannot even if I wanted to. I honestly was kind of curious, but I just cannot play it. So c'est la vie. Let me just spin the wheel, and we'll do whatever else we're gonna do, right? I'll never be a horse girl manager. I know. Well, um, good stream, everyone. That was that was a good stream. I guess go to bed because I'm poorly. I'm not poorly that well, actually. It's not even wrong. It's not even wrong. I was gonna say I'm not poorly, but I don't want to go to bed. Why is the wheel like this? It's kind of rude. You want me? Wait, what if I mean, I can go to bed. Would I just lay on the bed and just you stare at my living room? You thought it said because you're poor. I mean, there's a dot 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 after poor, but yes, it says poorly. Um, Let me see. What is it? Go to bed because you're poorly and should rest is what it says specifically. But the wheel cuts it off as at poor. So yes, I can see why. That is a little bit strange. Also, I just realized Culinary Wizard is still on the wheel as well. So what do you think? Should I just go to bed and then you just look at my empty chair? Do you want to see my chair? Is that like is that what you want? That I just I don't know, put on some music and you can Oh god, wait. Dress the chair Pikachu onesie? I can't do that. I mean I can, I'd have to get the onesie out somewhere. Okay, wait. What do I put on here? Or do I have something I can use? I mean, I can do this. Oh, whoops. Dong. Sorry. Dong. Oh, this song is not very long though. I think you should change the go to bed redeem, but this is what the person redeemed. Who was it actually? Wait, was that Jaeger? Yeah, it was Jaeger. Because it was when I was ill, right? Um, no, I'll go to bed for like a minute, I guess, or something like that. I'll be back, right? Just enjoy the chair, I guess. Oh, hi. Hello. I'm here. I just woke up. Guys, hi. How's it going? I'm here. I'm all well rested now. Cool shirt, by the way. I know, right? Great. It's a good shirt. It's a good shirt. Did you enjoy that? Did you have a good time with the chair? I hope chair was nice to you too. Let me go back to the wheel then. I guess we're done with that. I guess we did that now. Cool, cool. Oh wait, I forgot to remove certain options. Oh my god, I'm so glad they didn't. Okay, wait. Right. These. Okay, cool. Cool. Think the chair was too quiet? Yeah, the chair doesn't talk very much. They're very shy. Okay. So I do... Okay, I do have to think if... Or not think. I have to check whether my setup for this still works, because with moving everything yesterday, I don't know if my capture card is still properly connected. Because I thought some stuff was missing, but I may have been mistaken with the amount of cables I had. I just thought there were less cables than I should have, but we'll see. It's Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart, guys. Okay. How do I... Yeah? Okay, that's one. Does this have connection? Yes, it does. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Of course. Of course. Fine. You know what? Fine. Okay. I guess we're updating. This is a classic, right? Update complete. Well, I suppose we'll wait for the update for the console to restart. MTG Mario trading card game. Oh god. Wouldn't surprise me if there is one, to be honest. It's a big franchise. While console is restarting, I'll just get live split up and running. I am feeling like doing the DLC. I'll do the DLC tracks. Okay, I think it should be good again. Yeah. Sounds it. There we go. My setup is working perfectly. I'm just that good, guys. I'm just that good. Mario Kart! Hey! Okay, I will do this. I will play as Isabelle. the... Yeah, not this one, right? The Animal Crossing one. Why not? No items. In order, 48 races. Are you ready, guys? Are we ready? For 48 races? 3, 2, 1, go. It's the DLC tracks, all 48 of them. Starting with Paris. Oh, come on. Why was he in the way? Silly goober. Don't they know Isabella's like the best? Okay, well, I thought I drifted just past, but no. I was still in range. Oh my god, I'm a little bit rusty. I'll get there though. So how's everyone doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday so far. Like, I'm just super happy today with everything being resolved, or at least mostly resolved. Like, the insurance is paid out, the new floor is mostly in. The pipe situation has been resolved. I'm doing great. It's fantastic. It's my birthday tomorrow, by the way. So that as well. Yeah, doing good. Oh god. And I also find out today whether I get anything from my lottery ticket that I got for free, so that's also cool, I guess. Maybe I'll become a millionaire, who knows? Who knows? Probably not. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Link, get out of here. He thinks he's so good. He thinks he's so cool, this Link guy. But he doesn't know about Isabelle being way better. Oh my god. Stop it. He does not want to give up. He keeps stealing my coins. What an ass. Oh shit. Damn it. I took that too early. Wow, I'm actually third. What the heckers? There we go. There we go. That was awful. Brain has hit a bit of a blurg, even at a quick half-an-hour nap. Like the quick nap I did of like a minute. No, I'm sorry you're having a bit of a blurg moment. I've had enough of those myself. I hope the stream at least helps a little bit in some way. With good vibes, you know? If I win any money, you have to take chat to McDonald's. I don't think I do. I mean, I would, but I don't know how I would even do that. How would I even take you to McDonald's? Would you even want to go to McDonald's? What if I just order everyone a pizza instead? Like half an hour nap. I can do power nap quite well. Ooh. Oh god, I wish I could do power naps very well. I'm not much of a napper in general. Like most of the time I just... Okay. That rock was a little bit close. Not gonna lie. That was so close. I have not been doing very well, guys. All your naps are anti-power naps? Ooh, is that like a superpower? It sounds like a superpower. The opposite of a superpower. Yeah, I guess it would be. Want to play something, but you have ended up just staring at the screen. I know the feeling, indecisiveness and things like that, and just being like, well, I have all these games, but I don't really feel like playing any of them. Even though you want to. They just don't quite hit right or something. It's annoying.
Remember that when you feel scared or frightened, never forget Sim when you feel happy. When day is dark, all remember happy day.
Yeah. All remember happy day, guys. It's very important. All remember. It's very motivational. You have at times managed to refresh yourself by napping, leaning on the table for 15 minutes? Oh my god. That's impressive. That's actually very impressive. I am really not doing very well. I want to blame Isabella, but I also don't want to blame Isabella because she's trying her best. She's trying her best and I'm failing her, you know? Uma Musume Lei. That's the game I couldn't play because it's illegal. It's illegal. It's the horse girl racing game, in case you... It's a gotcha thing. Horse girls are illegal. Yeah, apparently so. Oh, whoops. Oh my god, the times are terrible. Look at those red numbers. I'm just gonna say that red is good, right? Because red is a good color, I think. I mean, I like red. Red is like my favorite color, so maybe it's a good thing. I mean, maybe a bit rusty, yeah. I mean, maybe. Red makes you go faster? It does, yeah, it does. 100%. Oh, that's probably the reason. We're in a green buggy bud or whatever it's called, the car. It's not red. That's the problem. Should have had a different colored car. You got a lap long enough for you to fall asleep and rest, but not long enough for you to go in REM deep sleep. Yes, that is what a power nap is. Exactly. I have managed to do it at times, but it's very inconsistent, and I don't like napping to begin with, because generally speaking, if it's not like a good power nap, then I get all groggy and stuff like that. And it's actually worse. A positive time. Imagine. Lay, have a good nap, enjoy. We actually shaved off 6.6 seconds rather. I was going to say 6 seconds, but no, it's 0.6 seconds. We're drifting, guys. Let's go. Uh-oh. Okay, that worked out. I somehow managed to bounce off just right. Gotta go fast. Like a certain hedgehog always says. Oh shit. I hit the grass. Drifting around at the speed of sound. Thrall, good morning. I hope you're doing alright. Welcome, welcome. Dodge those cars like a pro. There we go. Oh my god. Still 2 seconds off? How dare. Doing okay? I'm glad. I'm glad. Boing. 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 We love the boings. Okay, and then again. Boing. 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 I'm getting into the groove of things a little bit again. Hopefully I can keep it up. That's not good. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. A little bit of a weird... Okay. Yep, I thought maybe I would go through the gap, but no, I didn't. It's fine. It's fine. I wasn't worried at all. No worries whatsoever. Nope. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. That last lap I could have done way better, but I'll take it. Oh, the ninjas. Nin nin. This song goes so hard, honestly. How do you even drive upstairs like that? I don't know. Don't worry about it. They're like hover cars. Oh. No. Oh, that's a good time. Saved the whole 3 seconds, guys. We did it. We're saving time. Maybe. Maybe we can even get a PB. Probably not, but there is a possibility, you know? It's not actually a new lap record though. See, if I get a a best on that track, then it will be yellow instead of orange. It will be like gold. So you can look out for those. Link. Link is like my rival or something. I'm not sure why, but he just really does not want to leave me alone. Him and Rosalina both. Nice. We're slowly inching back. We're taking our time back. Oh. This is such a nostalgia trip for me. Always. Good old Super Mario Kart. Played this when I was 7 years old. God, I feel probably considered old when I say that, right? That I had a Super Nintendo when I was 7. I feel like that's considered old these days. It's such a classic, though. Okay. Feel so old. I mean, I don't really feel old, but I don't know. I mean, I am going to be 35 tomorrow, but to me that's still like, I don't know, it feels fine, I suppose. Like when I turned 30 or 25, I got to like, I had these moments of like, oh, I'm really getting up there. But past a certain point, you kind of are just like, well, I mean, I still feel kind of the same as I did when I was 25, so... Am I really, like, that much older? It doesn't feel that different. Because they do say, like, you're as old as you feel or something like that, right? And I think that's kind of true in a lot of ways. Or yeah, you get older, but that doesn't mean you can do less, necessarily. I still see it as better than not getting older, you know? I prefer it over not getting older. Oh, I lost time again. 07. I don't know, 35. I don't know if I'll ever feel old, even when I'm like 60 or something. I'll probably be like, nah, I'm still like in peak, in prime physical health. You know, I'm still kicking. I'm still doing good. I hope so, at least. That's at 60, I'll still be fine. We'll see. Almost got hit by the flipper there. It's at 25, one decides how old / healthy they are. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. I think you can get healthier at an older age as well. It's not that you're stuck ever being unhealthy if you were unhealthy at 25. You can always improve your health. It'll get harder over time, that's for sure, but it's possible. You probably won't even live that long. It's not a very positive outlook. Shaking my head. Wanna stay positive. I know that's hard to do though, but I always try to be. I've just always been like that as well. Just happy-go-lucky, going about my life. Not a care in the world, not a thought in my head, who cares? Oh, that's a 6 seconds? Very good. Very good. "25 is when your brain stops working, stops evolving rather. It stops working, imagine. Had empty mom spaghetti, yeah. I mean, that's true, yeah. It does. I do feel like it's still like it still changes, like you still change past 25 in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's definitely matured at that point. Which is why a lot of the time at like 27 or like in your 30s, you look back at your early 20s self and you're like, how was I ever that stupid? Or like teenage self especially, you're like, what the heck? Who was that person? You would say it's about that age where you define or set yourselves up. Yeah. Ourselves up for the future. Oh. Okay, I'm trying to read. Oops. This is why you don't text and drive, guys. Because if you're reading, you just might lose focus on the road for just a second, right? I'll read in a second. So I'm trying to you set yourselves up for the future with healthy and unhealthy habits, but then most most of your unhealthy habits you got when you were a kid from your parents. Ah, yes, that is also a lot of the time true. Like, upbringing matters so much. It's very hard to break out of habits that you got as like a kid. Like unhealthy habits that started when you were a kid because your parents taught you the wrong things. It's so hard to break out of those. A lot of people get a change in mindset / attitude in their 30s though. Yeah, I feel like I'm different now than I was like when I was actually 30. Like how I acted yesterday with the floor and everything, doing all this stuff by myself and things like that. I was a lot more uncertain when I was 30. Way more uncertain when I was 25 as well, but like I'm a lot more, maybe not more capable, but I know I'm more capable. Does that make sense? The previous track? Yes, the previous track was Sydney Fanta. It goes straight through the Sydney Opera House and everything. They're from the World Tour Mario Kart. Oh my god. this penguin! What a rude penguin. Did you see that? He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. They're trying to sabotage me. I got second? No, I didn't get second. There's another lap. Never mind. Okay. We're fine then. This was your penguin? It wasn't my penguin. I don't own these penguins. They're wild penguins. Most of your unhealthy habits you got trying to survive as a student. Ooh, I can understand that for sure. As a student, I just lived at my parents' place, so I didn't have much survival to do. I just got fed and everything. Most of the, like, quote-unquote bad things I do stem from me being socially awkward and being autistic, I guess. But it does depend on what you view as like a bad thing. Because I don't actually see them as bad anymore. They're just a part of me. Just how I am. But the thing is with those traits, a lot of the time when growing up, you get told they're bad. At school and things like that. Like averting eye contact and stuff like that. It's considered a bad thing. I'm like, okay, well I trained myself to look at people and then they say I'm staring. And I'm like, well, what do you want? You tell me to look into your eyes when you talk? And then you tell me I should stop staring because now I'm staring too intently? What do you want from me? It's such a stupid thing. When I got diagnosed, the I don't know if they were actually a psychologist or anything, but she shook my hand before taking the test, and she was like, "That's a learned handshake," which I don't know how you even tell that, but I just assume that she worked with more kids and stuff like that, and she could tell somehow. I don't know what the difference would be, but she just immediately was like, yeah, that's... You're just shaking your hand the way... my hand the way you've been taught to shake people's hands. Amazing neurotypical things, yeah. I still to this day... I'm a bit sad about that test back then, because I did an IQ test, because that was part of it as well. And I messed up during like one of the things. I like misread the assignment, I think it was. And then I realized halfway through, and then I redid it. But it was also like the time was considered part of the score. So I like did quite well, not badly, but I did below average on that, I think. On that specific one, and I was like, but I knew how to do that though. I just misread it for a moment and then I redid it. But because I took longer because of that, it's like, oh. And you get one shot to do it, right? I know that's probably a part of it as well. But I was nervous. I feel like IQ tests when you're super nervous about everything is already not a good indication of anything. But yeah, I did end up scoring like just over 100, I think, when I was 17. I've never retaken one. I am curious, to be honest. Apparently, my strongest part back then was linguistics. I was quite good with the languages. I'd like to think that's still true to some extent. People learn to shake hands, surely. Oh, they do. Like, shaking hands is learned, but people, a lot of the time, put their own, a little bit of their own into the handshake, right? As like a... Mine was just the most generic possible handshake. That, like... I mean, as I said, I don't know how she would even tell But it's basically, I shook hands the same way every single time. Nowadays I don't anymore, because I've kind of made my own thing out of it. Our English is amazing. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. I've spoken English from a very young age, so it does make sense that it's good. Most of it is learned through video games. Video games and movies and series and everything. You're consistent, clearly autistic. I don't think that was the thing. As I said, I don't know what she was thinking at the time. Like whether it's just that she's a professional and she's had more people that do so, I don't know, maybe it's the way I acted during it. Who knows? She probably took a lot of things into account with it, or it was just an offhand comment. And she was like, this kid is definitely autistic. Even before the test started, which would be a very weird thing to do as a psychologist, but sure. I don't know. Who knows? You were diagnosed with ADHD last week at the young age of 29. A lot of people get diagnosed very late in their life, to be honest. Like my dad got diagnosed like this year, I think. Maybe either early this year or late last year. And he is 62? I want to say? I might be wrong. She was trying to psych you out, maybe. Yeah, she was trying to psych out the 17-year-old that came there to get diagnosed. Mm-hmm. Trying to read back on chat while racing. It's very difficult to do. You're asking a bunch of questions and assumptions. Ooh, yeah. I hate the assumptions thing so much. But they kind of have to make some assumptions sometimes. But when they make the wrong ones, it's just... Why would you do this? You always approach a handshake in an obvious direction because people don't know how to shake hands. That's true. Oh god, I had a... During my grandma's party, in like... April, at the end of April it was. There's a lot of like extended family and things like that. And I don't know all the people very well, right? But a lot of the time what we do as just a family is we do the like French greeting of the 3 kisses past the cheeks, you know? But like, like that type of thing. But not every one of them. The French greeting. I mean, I don't know if that's not French kissing. No, that's that's very different. That's a very different thing, and I do not do that with my extended family. Thank you. No, so... God. Like, some of my family is French, okay? That's why That's like a thing. But don't worry about it. Anyway, some of the, like, a lot of the time with people I don't know, especially if they're like married into the family or they're like kids, that I don't know very well. I'm like, is this fine or do you? Oh god, that sounds okay. This is such a stupid story. When I say kids, I do mean like 16, you know? I don't mean like actual proper... Wait, that makes it sound weirder, I think. But no, it's like, do you want a handshake or do you want like the grading that we do with everything? And you just stand there for a little bit, being like, okay, do I hold out my hand? Do I like... What do I do? And then, depending on the person, sometimes they also stand there and awkwardly are like, okay, I don't know, what do we go for? And sometimes they just are like, okay, no, we're doing this. And they just basically pull you along in their, like, either handshake or greeting or whatever they're doing. And I'm just like, okay, I guess this is the thing. Over here, there's a difference between Italian and Slavic greet kisses. One is a double, the other is a triple, and you never know which is which. Right, yeah. Yeah, so the one we do is the triple. But some people also don't know how to count, so there's that. It's so... Sometimes it's so awkward, because you have to do it with... It's with so many different people. There's like 50 people, and like each of them, you're like, okay, I guess, yep, this... Do we do this greeting? Yeah, okay, cool, this greeting. Most of them it's fine, but then some of them you're like, I don't know you very well. But yeah, I ended up with my French cousin. I like started holding out my hand, and like he basically he did the, like, he gripped my hand as like in a handshake, but then he shifted his grip to like pull me forwards. And then we did the regular greeting, and I was like, oh, okay, yep, okay, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. That's cool. It's always so weird. But, oh god, I do love my family, to be honest. No one actually cares whether you do the greeting correctly or not. But it's like a thing. But yeah, it ended up being kind of like a handshake, a hug, and then the triple kiss greeting at the same time. Kind of like that, you know? It's the, like, we don't know what we're doing, but we're doing these all together. Everything at once. We're too autistic because we're typing too drip in some regular social greetings. I know, right? But it's fascinating to me. It's a fascinating topic. What can I say? Because I'm just like, people do this just without thinking. But I'm thinking all the time about, like, do I do this correctly? Is this fine? And they're just like, no, just greet each other. A lot of people get diagnosed later in life because a lot of people in society in general just doesn't want it to exist. The only people I got, or the only reason, rather, I got tested is because I got held back a year in college, and they only allowed me. So normally they wouldn't allow you to redo the year because they had like a policy on it. And they made an exception for me because they thought I was autistic, and they basically said like you can redo the year, but only if you get tested. So I got tested, and I was found autistic. So so the main reason they wanted the testing to be done as well is because they, as a school, would get funding for helping me then. Because they were already helping me a little bit, but they were doing it out of their own pocket. But if I got a diagnosis, they could get funding from the government to actually give me a proper help. You love European school systems? I mean, that school was very, very good, honestly. I loved going there. They were all amazing people. All the teachers. Well, most of the teachers. Let's not talk about the... I mean, they were fine. Just, you know, some were not as awesome as the other people. Uh, 17-year-old's maths would have been adorable though. Probably cringe, but still adorable. I don't know. I don't know if I would consider myself back then to be adorable. Also, I got a gold. How did I get a gold there? I wasn't even paying attention. What the heck? I was just chatting. I was just talking. Luckily, your mental stuff made you high functioning, so no one ever noticed or investigated anything. Yeah, I was high functioning too. The only reason I got held back a year was because I started getting distracted by a lot of stuff that wasn't school, and I just started becoming more of a loner and everything. So whenever we had to do group projects, it was a problem for me, and there was some other stuff that, like bigger projects, I had trouble with being a perfectionist about. So I'd get like my planning, I'd like do all the planning correctly, and I have like this entire thing in my head, but then the moment I had to actually deliver, I was like, oh, it's not good enough. And then I'd go past the deadline, and sometimes they just wouldn't give me a do-over. So I basically got help with like, you need to actually finish stuff. You need to focus and actually finish it. And not think about like, oh, it's not good enough, or I need to do this, or I need to do that more. Just finish the products. Samit, hello, welcome. Let's give Luigi a high five. Nice. Probably still better than Australia, to be honest, and even better than the US. Power of shit talking or of talking shit. Gold split. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. You were already once up for ADHD diagnosis years back, but you were not eligible due to being too intelligent. Oh, I hate that so much. Like, a lot of people with ADHD are intelligent. It has nothing to do with intelligence. Same with autism. I mean, there's at least a little bit of a link between autism and intelligence, but it's a very different intelligence, generally speaking. Like, it's not... Like, they tend to not be emotionally intelligent, right? That tends to be the issue. Well, yeah, there's no one intelligence type. Exactly. It's all different variables and things. The problem is that the way they test intelligence is very limiting, generally speaking. IQ is super limiting. Oh my god, what? Link just got me killed there. That was very bad. How dare you, Link? Oh well. It wasn't like my time was good anyway. Around here, if you had good grades in school, you cannot have ADHD. God, that's so stupid. Some people... I hate it when someone thinks that being an artist is synonymous to being the R word. God, the R word is so bad anyway. You had some people say it to your face thinking you were capable of getting it. Oh my god. Link, you butt, but also don't you mean Zelda? No, it was Link. I know it's called The Legend of Zelda, but you play as Link. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so confusing. You don't deserve help because you're already coping well enough. Oh, that is such... Yeah. That is such a big thing. Like, if you're coping well enough, or you're able to be perceived as coping well enough, then it's just like, well, you won't need to help, right? But some people are just very good at masking. And they actually need a lot of help. But they can't get it because they're too good at masking. Somehow. Even though the people can see that there's an issue, and they're like, well, but no, you're functioning fine. You're good with numbers and remembering stuff, which some people mistake for the intelligence, which you've never thought you were more intelligent than someone else. Everyone has their strengths. Yeah, exactly. Everyone is good at different things. Like, I am not good at Um, I like remembering names and stuff, or dates, but I also remember, um, like I'm very good at remembering, like images, the visuals. Um, and like remembering where I put something, stuff like that. Retracing my steps, directions, that type of thing. I'm very good with the broad strokes of things, but the actual details a lot of the time slip my mind. Like I've trouble recalling them because I just don't think they're important usually. So like, what year was this? I'm like, I don't know. Who cares? I know that it happened. Isn't that good enough? Names, so bad with names. I think that's a very normal thing, isn't it? Also, we're in Amsterdam right now. The Dutch pride in me. All the tulips and such, you know? It's great. It's great. It's been 12 years since you've been there. I was there... Was it last year? I think? I used to go to the hospital there a lot. Like once a year or something, I went to the hospital there. Gold! And we saved 6.9 seconds. Nice. The best number. You'll stick to being happily unemployed and play your games, run your TTRPG. Society has had their chance to have you already. Yeah, I feel the same way, to be honest. Like, my previous workplace just ruined work for me forever, so, you know. They broke me. And now I don't want to work anymore. Good job. They had me for 5 years. And then over that time, I just got more and more done with society. With bad working ethics. Working my hardest and not being rewarded for it. Doing all the work that nobody wanted to do, but still only getting a minimum wage. Yeah, no thanks, I'm done. I'll be my own boss. I'll just play video games on the internet. Like, if they had properly rewarded me for it, and I got a little bit of praise and stuff like that, then maybe I would have still been a software tester, maybe I would have been a software engineer even, because I did programming as well, but I basically not begged them necessarily, but I asked them many times to let me do more programming work, to actually hire me as a programmer, which they were starved for, kind of. But they just didn't give me the opportunity, because they were like, well, you're a software tester, and you're gonna be a software tester. I don't know. They ruined everything. It was so stupid. Like, they did allow me to do certain... to solve certain issues. Like, I had programmed for the software as well. Like, small things every now and then that they allowed me to do. But then at some point they just were like, well, we need these smaller things for the new programmers that we hired. I'm like, okay, but why are you hiring new programmers when you have me as well? Like, I mean, I get it at the same time, but also, like, it's so stupid. Because I hired new software testers as well when I was already starved for work. So I ended up either doing a lot or nothing at all for days on end. Because either we were stressed the fuck out, or there was nothing to do. And there seemed to be like nothing in between. It was the worst. It was so awful. And then the only time they ever got me... Well, no, not the only time. They gave me a raise before. But a lot of the time when they gave me a raise, they were like, oh yeah, we're giving you a raise because you did so well. And then I looked, and they raised it to the new minimum wage amount. Because it keeps going up, right, with inflation and everything. So they raised it to be what they are legally required to pay me. And then tell me, like, oh yeah, it's because you did such a good job. No, you're lying to my face. You're only paying me this because you have to, by the government. If you could pay me less, you would pay me less, I'm certain of it. You don't... Sorry, I'm just getting... I'm just getting into this now way too much. You can tell that it hurt me a lot, I feel... back then. Holy shit. That time of my life, I worked so hard and I just got nothing from it. The way I left, like, I essentially got fired, quote unquote. It was a mutual agreement to terminate my employment because I was getting, like, physically ill from the stress and everything. And they basically got out with not having to pay me anything, and I just got terminated on the spot. Terminated. It sounds so violent, but it kind of was, in a way. I got shown the door by the boss himself. Barely even got time to say goodbye to my co-workers. It felt like they were just glad to be rid of me. After I gave everything to that company for 5 years. It was, yeah. Good times. Good times. So yeah, I was done after that. Capitalist society can kiss my ass. Of course, Link got that. You bastard. I missed it and then Link gets it. Ah, oh, that's what you deserve, Link, you bastard. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I will reach out a bit more in a second. I was stuck in my rant for a little bit and now I need to focus, but I will reach out in a moment. Sadly not uncommon. Oh, definitely, it's very common. Oh my god, how do I keep missing it? You miss getting a significant bonus that was paid to everyone on a job well done during a period of time because there were too many days between your contracts. Wait, what the heck? Wait, what? What is wrong with my my times? Wait. How do I have a negative 2 hours 51? What what did I do? How did I do that? What? Sorry, okay, I took my time on that raise. Apparently, I don't, how does that even work? What did I do? Did I mess up my times? Did I just have a break? A 3-hour break? On that race? What did I do last time? I don't know. Well, we've got a PB, I guess. I don't think that's right, but sure. There's no way I'm losing that PB. Let's see. Too many days between contracts, and the reason why there were too many days was because you were ill and you told them as such. So you had lied, and you said, wait, and then just called, can't come, and I'm ill. Wait, if you'd lied, and then just called, can't come, I'm ill, you could have had the bonus? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that stuff, it's fair that that still makes you angry. Like, as you can tell, like the rant that I just did is also like 6 years ago or something that I quit that job. Or 5 years at least. So I completely understand just still being stuck in something for that long, right? The rants are fair. It's all fair. The estimate says 4 hours and 54 minutes to finish. Yeah, so no, that's the final time of the previous PB, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know why that's the case. I didn't realize that previously. It should be around 2 hours, not 5. I don't know what I did. Right. If a lawyer saw the sequence of events, they would have arguments to sue your previous company. Oh yeah. No, definitely. Like, I could have probably sued them, especially because they fired me when I was officially ill. They just said I was better before firing me. Even though technically I wasn't, which is illegal, by the way. So, but because I just wanted out of there, I just wanted it to be over, I was just fine with it. I was just like, yeah, as long as I'm out, I'm good. Like, I will not sue, I will not do anything about it, because I just want it to be over. So I just took whatever and just left. I did tell some other people at the company about it later on, especially because one of them contacted me being like, why didn't you say goodbye? I was like, I just was ushered out the door. I couldn't actually say goodbye. I wanted to. Hi Sparky, welcome. And then she got upset for me as well. And a bunch of other people also did. The guy who was like my higher up as a software tester, he was already swarmed with work, and I was basically his second in command. So I can't even imagine how he would have felt. Because he didn't know as well that the boss did this, right? The boss fired me without consulting him about it. So I basically just came to get my stuff, said I wasn't coming back, and then left. And he was just like, wait, what? Like in that company, it was a pretty small company, right? It was a pretty small company. And there were 3 people who had access to the servers. There was my higher up as a software tester, right? One of the programmers and me. 3 people. And they just fire one of them. The day of. Isn't that great? That the boss just fires someone who just is one of the only people keeping that company running because he doesn't know that I'm one of the only people keeping the company running because he's stupid. Imagine that. And then I heard that the year after that, on April 1st, 3 of the programmers quit at the same time on a company of like maybe 25 people. So they had a great time with that, and not long after my superior also left. So I don't know how they even are running, because I think they still exist. But if they do, I doubt that they're any good anymore. Because all of the good people have left at this point. I cannot imagine the state of that software at this point. Like, unless they found some really good people within a short amount of time, I don't even know how that software is running. But yeah, that was my rant. Sorry about that. Damn tires. When your last contract at that place was ending, the boss asked if they could call you for a job. And you're not sure if you managed to not laugh in their face when you said no. Yeah. God, imagine. Oh, I can't imagine even trying to do that as a boss. No one would be fine in the receiving end of that of injustice. Yeah. 100%. The rants are completely legit. Now that I think about it, so I should have had such what do you call it? I should have had my doubts when starting at that company, to be honest. But I was young, right? This was like one of my first proper jobs. Like, I worked at Philips Lighting before that. But it was more of a temporary thing while I was still studying. A little bit as a software tester. Well, I was studying for software tester while I was doing like lamp bulb lights measurements. Which was pretty nice, to be honest. It was very chill. It was very, very relaxing. I never give up hope. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. But when I started at my job as software tester, I was still on my benefits. I still got benefits from the government because it was like a position where they would first basically try it out, which I still think is a weird thing, but you know, it's because I'm autistic and stuff like that. They're like, oh, we don't know if you're gonna be a good fit or something. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I was still on benefits, so they weren't technically paying me, right? I just got worked there and still was on my benefits for like a month or two. But within about a week, I got ill, which, you know, happens, and especially because it was stressful starting a new job, like my first proper job. I got ill, I got a migraine, and I had called in sick as they had, you know, told me to do, but the boss wasn't in at the time. He didn't pick up the call. I just left a voicemail. And then I got a call with him being very, very upset that I had come into work and that I should have and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sick. I can't. And he's like, well, you don't sound sick, you know, that type of thing. Which, how? Like, I have a migraine, dude. You don't hear that. You don't... I mean, you can probably hear it a little bit, but... So I actually I cried, I think. And like my mom, I was still living at my parents at the time, and my mom took over the phone and she yelled at him for it, which is completely fair, so go mom. She was like, how the fuck dare you talk to my daughter this way? She's ill right now. And then he finally relented, and he was like, well, you better show up tomorrow, which was a very big red flag. Because, like, now I think back, and I'm like, the guy wasn't even paying me, right? He wasn't paying me. So why was he that upset that I was ill? That doesn't make any sense, right? He just... Oh God, I don't even know. Like, he gets an employee, right? He gets an employee that he knows has some issues, right? Like autistic, gets migraines. There's like, I told him this. And then he's upset that I get migraines. And I'm like, dude, you're not even paying me for one. And this is like a sort of test drive for you to see how well I can work, and my work was fine. So why are you upset? But yeah, then later on he was a bit more lenient when he actually started seeing me do more work and things like that. But you could always tell that he didn't see me as a full, like, employee. He always... I think my boss always saw me as, like, this... yeah, this autistic child, basically, right? That's... I feel like how he viewed me, even though I did all this work, and I did... He just could never see past the fact that I was on benefits and I was different or something. I don't know. He just this old mindset of people. I don't know. He just couldn't see past it. Because he was always kind of talking down to me. Like, he wasn't taking me seriously. Even though I made good points and everything. And it kind of pissed me off all the time. But I also didn't know any better, because I was just like, well, he's my boss, right? This is, I guess, how it is. Yeah, it was just prejudice, and even though I did good work, he just never grew past that. Because prejudice is one thing, but you should see the evidence after like 5 years that I was a good employee. But he just didn't. He never did. Everyone else did. All of my co-workers loved me. But my boss didn't. He kind of hated me, I feel. Or at least, maybe not hated, but he still saw me as a liability. Which is why he probably took the opportunity to get rid of me so easily. Not realizing that I was keeping the company running. In part, right? Not entirely, but he just didn't even see that. He couldn't see that because of prejudice. I had to lurk for a while due to dealing with the product owner. Now you've missed the juicy dystopian job talk. Well, there's still more talks where that came from. Apparently I'm not done talking about it. Oh god. I could talk about that job for so long, because there's just so much to it. And I think the more I say, the more you realize just how much I put up with. And that it's crazy that I stayed there for 5 years. But, you know, that's always after the fact. It's like... Because during it, you're like, I mean, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Like, there's these things and those things, but But then the more you think about it, you're like, actually, what the fuck? Oh god. When your boss gets mad at you for not coming into work because you're sick, it's such a big red flag. Oh yeah, it is. For any reason, they should never be mad at you for being sick. Yeah, the reason he got mad isn't that I was sick. He was mad because he thought I was pretending to be sick. Right? But that's such a, like, bad thing, because that means you don't trust your employees. Like, if you don't trust me, why did you fucking hire me? Like, why not just fire me on the spot then? You're not even paying me, so might as well. Your previous boss was a man-child? He was. He was. He was like in his 60s as well. Oh god, he was because one of the things he also did, right? Instead of paying his employees better, right? Instead of paying his employees better, he got us an aquarium because he thought that would improve the morale of the people, right? So he spent so much fucking money on this aquarium, and then it broke at some point and he had to get a new one, and he wanted like specifically like a saltwater aquarium, and the amount of times these people came in to try to fix this stupid aquarium, and like a lot of fish died because they just messed it up at some point. And then, like, the old one, so the old one they did fix up in the end, and then he put it in his own office, and then the new one was put in like the middle of the workplace for, because it was also an open office, which, by the way, I hate. It was so so annoying, so loud all the time. It was so distracting. It was kind of nice sometimes to just be able to talk to people when you needed someone, but I don't think the positives outweigh the negatives, to be honest. Oh, whoops. Saltwater aquarium needs specific equipment. Oh yeah, yeah. They had to get like a specific thing, and they had to like it took so long for everything to adjust to the new values, and it had to acclimate and all that stuff, and then the fish came in, and then like they put in a couple to test it, and then they died, and then they had to like change some other values, and then put a fish in again. It was such a big process, and there were so many things involved, so much expensive equipment. I cannot even imagine how much that has cost. But then he does that, and he can't pay me more than minimum wage? Sure, dude. Sure. Sure. Let's, yeah, just spend 10,000 or more on an aquarium instead of, you know, paying me like 500 bucks extra, maybe, per month. I'm just ranting so much about this place. It's been so long, but it still irks me so much. But they are good stories, I hope, at least. When you started working, you earned so much less than you pay your workers. They should be happy. Oh, right. Yeah, the inflation thing. Oh, God. Yeah, the thing that got me as well was that, like, they hired new programmers as well who were just out of school, right? Just out of school. Right out of college, they hired some new junior programmers, and they paid them better than they paid me when I had been working there for 3 years. And I was an experienced software tester who knew their software in and out. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what? How is that fair? Right? And they expect me not to know this stuff, but I do. I just didn't complain that much because it was too socially awkward to do that. Maybe they knew that I knew. I don't know. Maybe they knew that I wouldn't say anything about it. But I literally think my boss thought I was too stupid to understand that they were scamming me, essentially. Person who saved up for a deposit to buy a home talking down to someone who will never be able to own a home of their own because of inflation, housing prices. Oh yeah. You're always baffled at older people complaining about how hard they've had it. Like, dude, you were able to build a two-family house for yourself, can't even get a 2-room apartment. Yeah, there's so much wrong with inflation these days, and the housing prices and everything. But the older generation just doesn't even fathom how bad it is, because they don't have to worry about that stuff. Because they're in their bought houses, and they just have a family, and they're good, they're stable, and they're like, well, I did it, so why can't you? It's like, because, you know, things changed. The world is just a little bit more messed up than it used to be. Even though we have all this cool technology and stuff, you'd think things would be better, but... not exactly. Did you ever tell me about the time your landlord wanted to invest money into his property? You ran out and instead of installing air conditioning, he spent $15,000 putting down special non-slip tiles on the front porch of the house? You did not. But that is extremely stupid. What the heck? Why anti-slip tiles? How often does it, like, rain? Because that's the only thing I can imagine anti-slip tiles being useful for, if it, like, rains often. You didn't even need because the concrete porch needed to have its non-slip texture paint redone? Oh my god, that's so stupid. That's actually even worse. They pay better mostly because the rules demand it, not because they want to. Well, that's the case for me, but the programmers they actually paid more for, I think because programmers are more like wanted, I suppose. And I also just think they paid me very little in general. But then again, they also paid my higher up, the guy who I talked about, who was my higher up as software tester, and technically run the entire IT. He had started working there right out of college. He did like everything there, and they paid him like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like 2.2k or something a month. And I was just like, wait, but you're a manager of an entire department though. Like, I get that you're still kind of young, but you're managing the entire IT department, essentially. And you get 2.2k? What? What do you mean? And then he was like, yeah, you earn pretty good, pretty well. I'm like, no, you don't. I mean, compared to me, yeah, because I get minimum wage, but I think it's just they were taking advantage of the people who didn't know better, because he had never had a different job, right? He just didn't know what a good salary was. So they just took advantage of that. You got 2.2k when you started here and you're just QA? Yeah, that's what I should have... that's what I should have earned back then as QA, you know? As silver tester, as a quality assurance officer, or whatever title they gave me back then. But that's not what I got minimum wage. At least nowadays, I think we all wisened up a bit more. I'm pretty sure my higher up now has a good paying job, well-paying job. I hope, at least. Because he was a good lad. He was good. I liked him a lot. He was younger than me, which was always a bit weird to me to have to talk. Because I was like 25 working at this place and my higher up was 22 and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'm listening to this guy. At least I think he was 22 when I was... He might have been 23. I don't quite remember. But he was younger than me. Did I have a union or was I part of a union? Nope. Nope. To both of those questions. No wonder that boomer is a derogatory term. They're so out of touch with how things are. A lot of them are. There's some that are better, but yeah, a lot of them are so out of touch. Word of advice, always compare with other companies. Being employed is no reason to stop looking for a better job. Oh no, I started doing that like later on. And I kind of always knew I was being underpaid. I just kept going because that's what I knew and I didn't want to change, right? It was one of those things where I was scared of the, like, what would happen if I started to complain about my salary and stuff like that. But in hindsight, I'm like, why didn't I? Because, like, the worst they could do is fire me. And I would have probably preferred that to continuing to work there. So why didn't I do that? I don't know, because I could always fall back on benefits. There was no reason for me to continue working there. None at all. And yet I did for 5 years. Like, the company just profited off of my inability to actually search for something new. And then by the time I did start searching for something new, I was kind of too far in, and I couldn't, like, I got some job interviews and stuff like that. I had literally told my boss that I was looking for a different job, by the way. And then at one point, like, he was, like, he came up to me at some point and was like, so how's the job search going, right? It looked just in passing. And then I was like, yeah, I haven't found anything yet. And he'd be like, yeah, I'm not surprised or something like that. I'm like, you fucking asshole. I'm like, absolute... He's such an ass. Oh, God. I'm just getting more upset the more I talk about it again. Oh, God. Oh, enjoy your games, Lady Fortune. Have a good one. I will have a good stream, thank you. Over here, the unions only exist in public service national companies as a remnant of communism. Everywhere else, it's a wonder to see it. because they're so looked down upon. Ah. Hmm. I guess that kind of makes sense. To be fair, I don't really know many unions around here either. I wouldn't even know where to search for one, to be honest. How to, like, apply, or... I've never even looked into it. It's not really a thing that you get taught, right? Also, if you can find better paying jobs or even talk to other employees or employers, you can use this as leverage. Yeah, exactly. God, what we ended up doing a lot as like co-workers, we would so during lunch, a lot of people would sit at the lunch table and have lunch together and chat and stuff like that. But I never wanted to do that because some of the people there, sometimes for one, sometimes the boss would have lunch there, and I just did not want to have lunch with the guy. Because whenever he had lunch, he would have lunch with his like second in command as well. And he'd just be talking shit about people behind their backs. Like, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to talk about like applications and stuff like that. Like when people come in for an interview, right? But they would just shit talk people when they had an interview and they didn't like the person or whatever. They'd just be like, oh yeah, they suck, they were so bad and blah blah blah. Like, that's so... it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like they didn't even know this. And they just laugh it off. And I'm like, yeah, great, that's... yeah. You're just talking shit to people behind their backs. Lovely. That's exactly the employers we want, right? The ones that we know will, if they are not happy about you, they will just talk shit about you behind your back all the time. That's the kind of people we like to deal with. 100%. God. Boomer specifically reference people from that era. Oh, whoopsie. I just completely turned around. That's fine. I just kept turning. And I just did a full turn around. It's fine. We can regain our top spot again. I'm certain of it. It's like a challenge, you know? I just need to show how much better I am than these NPCs, you know? I feel like it doesn't matter how good your country is with wages and employee rights, unions should always be around regardless. They kind of should, yeah. They kind of should. To be able to help people with all kinds of stuff. just seeing things from an employee's perspective rather than the employer's. If they talk like that about strangers, you know they talk about everyone like that, even their own employees. Yeah, 100%. Matt's driving car, IRL be like beep beep, goes around the roundabout twice, fully just for fun. I have done that, I'm pretty sure. Because I missed the exit. So he just went around again. It's pretty fun. I recommend. Interviews are interesting nowadays. People just apply to jobs with whatever and then solve these programming tasks with AI. Oh my god. Oh, I remember having to... They asked me to write code in my interview. Remember, right? I applied as QA. So they asked me to write code. Not type, write. So I penned down like a short script of... I don't even remember what they asked for. But yeah, I did that. And then they had the head programmer look at it to see how it was. This was, I think, in part because I mentioned that I had... that I wanted to do programming as well. Which is why they had me write some code. Still was odd though to have it just... Why didn't they give me a laptop? Like they have laptops. I could have just typed something out. But no. I had to write the freaking curly brackets and stuff. Yeah, writing code on paper sucks. It's awful. There's no autocorrect or anything. Can you imagine? Don't know how it works in other places, but there's a lack of legal education in the culture of where you live. Most people don't know about their rights. Yeah, it's not really taught very well what your rights are, which I think is very lacking of the education system. I feel like that's a very important thing for people going into the job market to know their employee rights. People still look at you weird. They're like, why the heck did you go from dev to QA? I don't think that's weird. They're very related things. Like for me specifically, I wanted to try coding, to do more coding work, and then to see if I wanted to become a dev. But if I didn't, then I was fine being QA as well. Most people go the other way around. Yeah, I know, that was the way for me too. But at the same time, I don't think it's that surprising that there's people who go from dev to QA either. Because technically, I became dev before I became QA. Because I studied for development. Like I have certification in like application development, as well as IT management Actually, no, IT support. I didn't. I didn't succeed in the management exam. Um, so just support. Um, so IT support, dev, and then I got certification for software testing. I got like ISTQB. I imagine you know what that is. QA was a good opportunity to understand other people's work to get experience. Yeah, it is. It's actually very good for that. And also to see, to notice how bad some other programmers are. And then you're like, wait, I can do this stuff. That's how I felt, at least. It was basically like, well, you're gonna make these mistakes, then I might as well write the code myself. God, the amount of times that I sent things back, being like, yeah, it's the code here is wrong. You missed this or that or whatever. Like with the exact, like it's on this line. Change this. I would literally just tell them exactly where it was wrong. And then sometimes they'd still mess it up. I'm like, just let me get the code then. Just let me edit it, please. This was usually with like junior programmers, to be fair, but still. We also used to have one programmer specifically who just, I don't know what her deal was, but she tended to get into arguments about the code where we would say that it's wrong because it's not working, and she'd be like, but I thought it was supposed to work like this, and we're like, no, because the documentation says this and that, and you get into a stupid argument in the freaking like issue under the comments, and I'm like, why are we doing this? Because then you have to get the higher ups involved and be like, so which way did you actually want it? Because now we have like an argument going, and she won't listen to us. And then they have to be like, no, these people, the QA is right, and then she'd be upset. Oh god. Such a mess. The problem of doing good work in QA is that you reveal everything that's wrong with their work. People don't like that. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. So mostly lurking, the people who are constantly confidently wrong are very annoying. They are, yes. It's the worst thing. Where you're like, no, but you can see this, right? It says right here, and they're like, no, but I wrote it this way, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, we know you wrote it that way, but that's wrong. That's not how it's supposed to work. Because now this breaks if we do this. And they're like, oh my god. But they just do not want to own up to their mistakes, ever. Like, some people were very good with that. Some programmers were like, oh yes, I must have made a mistake here, and then change it. And that's the best mindset. But some of them just got so defensive about doing anything wrong. I'm like, it's fine, dude. It's fine. Calm down. We're just making sure that the product is as good as it can be. It's not a, like... You shouldn't take it upon yourself. Just maybe see it as like, I can do better next time. Or just don't take it upon yourself that much at all. I don't know. QA is an investment. No matter how mad it makes someone, a product will benefit in the end. Oh, definitely. It was just frustrating to deal with sometimes when people do get upset. It wouldn't mean that I didn't tell them. I'd always tell them because I wanted my job to be done correctly, right? So I would always do my best, but yeah, it was frustrating. Oh shit. Okay, I took that a little too too close. That's fine. But hi D as well. I hope you're doing well. But the cool thing is to test in production. Yeah. God, I remember the late nights when the update would go live. We'd do like overtime and have like we'd order Chinese and like have dinner together, and then we went into we put everything live, and if we test everything to see if the update went off correctly, and then sometimes everything would just break, and then we'd be there until like 11 p.m. and we'd be upset about everything. It was fantastic, right? It was so good, you know? And then you get one of the programmers who does the transfer to live and is like, oh, right, I forgot this. It's like, yeah, of course it breaks if you forgot that. We do this all the time. How can you forget it this time? But yeah, it happens. People make mistakes. But the only problem is that any mistake during the going live part meant that we had to stay like an hour longer or something to fix everything. So yeah, it sucks. A lot of the time if it didn't go well, we just sighed and then everyone was sad. Brave people deploy on Friday? Oh god, I don't remember. I think we did it on Wednesdays. Wednesday evenings. I don't quite remember. There we go. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. We saved so much time. We saved 2 hours and 50 minutes. We saved 2 hours and 50 minutes, guys. We did it. My time. I don't know how I messed up my split so much, but I did at some point. I don't know. Who knows? That was good though. That was good. Uh, I did so much ranting during that. Holy shit. I spent like an hour ranting about everything. Uh, but yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Did you enjoy my rants? Uh, to stretch a little bit. The rants are cathartic. They are. They are. It helps me a little bit. Are you feeling better? No, I feel fine. It's just sort of reminiscing, I guess, about those times and being like, I'm glad I'm out of there. I'm glad I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. It's yeah, as they said, cathartic to talk about it and just think like, ah, oh, I'm so happy to not do that anymore. But yeah, let me see what we can do next, because it is still wheel day. Um, I have been thinking about my birthday tomorrow as well, because I was planning to do this big birthday stream, right? Um, so I'm not sure how long I will stream for. But I was thinking probably like 12 hours if I can, maybe more. Um, Initially, I thought of making it a subathon, but at the same time, I don't really have any goals planned. I couldn't think of anything in short notice. Um, like I had the plan before, but I forgot to think of goals, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and now it's tomorrow, and I still haven't thought of any goals, and I don't have time to prepare anything. Because the other thing I thought I could do was bake pizza on stream, but I didn't get anything for that, so I can't. Uh, it was a bit of a mess because of the new floor and everything. It just got such a. It's not a surprise that I forgot everything. It's not a surprise. But yeah, hopefully it will still be a good stream tomorrow. I probably will bring the wheel out at some point as well. It should start as just a normal stream where I play Clair Obscur like I have been. So I'll play Clair Obscur for probably like 6 hours or something. Then I'll have food, and then after that, I don't know, probably get the wheel out, and we'll see what happens. Either that or I do some other stuff, but I haven't really thought about it too much.